they'd got set it like that because they were sending data on different sites, different data on the. And anyway, I swapped over the wires on one of the sideband transformers at the front end, and got rid of that. So now the sidebands actually combine at the same phase, as opposed to being anti-phase to each other. Anyway, it looks like the tender list of jobs to do is to get go through one of these sideband units and replace all the bits that need replacing in it, and get it so it warms up a bit quicker than it does. But it seems to have stabilised. Once it's on, it's okay, Alright, sometimes thanks for reports then, guys. Didn't hear Stuart, by the way. It was all noise. I didn't hear Stuart, I'm afraid. So sometimes everyone, G4 Echo, Juliet Mike clear.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Well, nothing wrong with it, as I say. Well the dials. Have a great day. In 1 PBC, QRT.
Anyway, how's things with you, John and Margaret? We have after you, it's Alan and Brian. G3JRL and company, G3ZGP.
G3JRL. Yeah, morning, Hall, and I haven't heard of everybody yet. In fact, I haven't heard anybody except you, Richard. But good morning to everyone. Late on parade today, oh gosh. I'm getting up later and later. I think this morning is the latest for a long time as I got up. Don't know, I just seem to like the bed. Actually, I don't wake up. It isn't a case of me just lying there. It's waking up. And much to my surprise, when I looked at the clock, it was getting on towards 8 o'clock, which is very unusual for me. So it's a bit of a catch-up this morning. I haven't quite caught up yet. There's one or two little things I've still got to do that I usually do, but I haven't done it. But I think most of the things are under control, so I thought I was going to just make it in time, but I failed. At the last minute, I noticed that the paper boy had left the gate open yet again. All extra little things.
I followed the circuit, but I made the PCB.
Yeah, one of the doctors says.
Yes, fair enough. It's nice of you to call in. I'm afraid I'm not reluctant to call in, but I don't get up in time to meet the 8:30 schedule, so that's my excuse anyway. Yes, okay, on Roger. I believe he's got one of these SDR receivers now, Alan, which sounds very, very good. But I don't think I'm going to put my hand in my pocket and in fact change at the moment there. Change at the moment. Well, I'll pull out now because you want to go out. I don't know whether Terry has gone, but anyway, this is G4EOJ signing, but listening, and I'll pass it over to you, Terry, and you can pick it up, and otherwise over to you, Alvin. Go ahead, Terry. Yes, okay then. Alan called you Roger when he put it over. He didn't comment on that, Trevor. But such is old age, isn't it? And good morning to you, Alvin. Not a bad signal from Leatherhead. Leatherhead, where I think the CEGB's research department hung out years ago. I don't suppose it exists anymore now with all the privatisation and everything that's taking place. I had some dealings with them long ago. But they've never been there. Don't know how close I've been to Leatherhead at all. And Trevor, your son, having jaunting around in France on the double-decker trains, yes. Well, I've never been on the double-decker train. Of course, the only one in this country was on the Southern some years ago, and the passengers didn't like it because the downstairs ones not only was cramped but bumped their heads on the underside of the footwells of the upstairs ones. So anyway, I've nothing more to offer really, and so I will sign off and go my way. It's time I went up to do my shopping anyway. Doesn't look very pleasant across the bay, but never mind. Hopefully my windscreen wipers will cope. Round to you again then, Alvin, and I'm away. So this is G3XLS signing off and clear and going on his daily routine.
Yeah, okay, G3XLS in the group, J6DTW. Make quite a nice group. They can, what's the word, you kept the train of conversation. I take it you must be making notes, because I forget half what I say when I'm in a group, and I'm well known for changing the subject, HJ. But I repeat what I say. If anybody needs any tape recorders serviced, reel-to-reel mainly, rather than cassette, that's what I do. I service reel-to-reel tape recorders. In fact, that's actually all I do. I'm building up my studio slowly, but it seems to be taking forever. And mainly because I keep taking on extra work to make ends meet. Anyway, very nice working you all, Alan, Trevor and Terry. I don't think I've missed out anyone, not sure. Anyway, thank you very much for allowing me into your group. Have a lovely week. This station, J6DTW, handing it back to G3RKQ. Cheerio and 7K. Bye-bye.
Yes, G3RKQ returning. G6DTW and G4OJ and G3XLS. Yes, fine, Alvin, that's fine. Yes, I'm making notes. I make notes on my, I've got a Windows 10 laptop here, which I've got in front of me now, so I make notes all the time here, so that I've got it all in front of me. And when they're all in black, but when I've actually dealt with it, I turn well organised, you say here, Alvin. But it's nice to talk to you, Alvin, anyway. Yes, I've got most of the recording facilities here. I've got reel-to-reel, cassette. I've also got the facility to record from the turntable as well, so I can record anything I want. But so generally, if I'm recording anything long, I do a digital recording. But if I'm recording for something short and sharp, like this song that I'm going to sing, I'll just do it on a cassette tape. It's easier for my wife to deal with when she'll be switching the thing on when I'm doing the squawking bit. Right, okie dokie. Well, it's time I was out anyway now, and we're all pretty long in the tooth, I'm afraid, Alvin. We've known each other for donkey's years, and we speak regularly. So we're all well into our 80s, I'm afraid. So we're all getting doddering old twits, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that, Trevor. I didn't really mean that. But it's good to keep in touch, isn't it?
A lot of our old friends have disappeared along the way, I'm afraid, over the years, but we're still around, alive and kicking, aren't we? So with it, I'm going to pull out now, but I'll just pass it back to you, Trevor, to see what else you've got there, and then I'll pull out. G4AOJ to take it with the group.
Yes, okay, Alan, GCRPQ with the group? Well, the group's gone, isn't it? G4AOJ. Yes, okay, well, I said, it's, enjoy your ladies' night. I'm sure Nina and yourself will have a good time there. They're always jolly occasions, aren't they? Very jolly occasions. Okay, well, I said, sorry for the delay and calling in. I'll have to sort of get myself a bit more organised. But of course, when the weather improves, I will tend to get up a bit earlier. The heating comes on about 6 o'clock, so the place is nice and warm. So I have no excuse really, no excuse at all. It's just laziness. It comes to us all. So I'm going to sign. I think Alvin signed, so it's I will do a one-off there. So G4AOJ is signing with GCRPQ, G6BTW, GCXLS. Have all gone anywhere. Cheers and beers, Alan. You take care there, and love to Nina. Bye.
Cheers from Alan then.
Very simply, cheerio lads, G6BTW off and clear, and QS5. Cheerio.
Cheers. Cheers, Alvin.
Had his computer on, and it had moved. It was still not up to the minute, kind of thing. You know, there's been a hell of a delay on the site, you know?
It might be just the way that the service that you're using, Dave. There might be another one on internet. I mean, they can do it with planes and that by second, can't they?
Well, indeed. No, because I've seen that one with aeroplanes, so I don't know. I'll have another look. Maybe it'll speed up. I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch. It's just running slowly. I don't know.
Yeah, if I get time, Dave, when you look, email me that number of that boat or whatever, and I'll see if I can find an alternative site.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay, thanks. Oh, you'll probably have a dig at some moment anyway. Over the next couple of days, he'll probably, out of interest, have a look.
You'll all get it up and running, Dave, just as it docks back in the UK.
Yeah. I think they're down off the coast of Spain now, by the looks of it. So I don't know. I don't know what else he's going to do as regards messaging now.
No, what do you don't you like boats, Dave? Is that why I didn't want to go?
I'm not a sailor. No, she went with all my girls and her mates and everything. So you know, they do that type of thing. They wanted a bit of sunshine.
Well, I can't fault him, Dave. I can remember taking the XYL to Ireland from Liverpool on a ferry, and I can't even get her on one of these romantic rowing boats no more.
I hardly think Liverpool to Ireland is the same as going down to Madeira, Dave.
No, I admit that, yeah, but God, it was terrible. That trip was absolutely terrible.
I noticed that Samuel was suffering with noise, and he's, you know, as he told us, bad weather. And I remember at some time yesterday, my wife said it's pretty choppy and everything, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about that other guy the other day as well, Jeff. And that is took residence in the island of Hoy, Auntie, and I spoke to him last night.
Oh, right, yes, that's right. See how he gets on, because it's a cruel place for aerials up there.
He was saying that there's no trees out like that, and he's just waiting for a container full of stuff coming. He's living on cardboard boxes at the moment, he said, but he's waiting for a container of stuff so he can get himself organised properly.
Dave, I always remember, I don't know whether I told you, that boy we know, he moved up from southern England to the Isle of Lewis, right on the top north side of the Isle of Lewis. And I remember him when he got up there. He said, you know, he was all enthused, and he put up these aerials, and they were blowing down. It took him ages and ages to get a kind of a combination of steel and wire and everything, you know, that was strong enough to withstand all these ready gales and storms they have up there, you know.
Yeah, I need to have a look whereabouts that island always is, actually. I know it's up there, at Hebrides sort of way, but I've not pinpointed it on the map before, but maybe worth having a look on Google Earth.
It's up in the Orkneys, isn't it, if I remember? I'm getting confused now in my mind. Yeah, it's a good way up.
Yeah, that's it, Orkney Island's up there that way. I'll Google Earth it and see what it's like.
A bloke that we used to speak to actually moved up there. He was in Yorkshire, if I remember. You know, so he was used to kind of the weather and everything. Anyway, he moved up there, old Peter, and he moved up there and he stayed for about a year, and then we didn't really hear much from him again. And the next thing we knew, he had moved back down to Yorkshire. So obviously, you know, it wasn't to his liking anyway.
No, it don't always suit everybody, Dave, does it? The grass is never always greener on the other side for some people. I don't know what it's like as a population place, Dave, and you know, what it's like for commercial stuff. And I say commercial stuff as in DIY places and shopping places and stuff like that. Well, you know, Dave, the things will be available up there, I'm sure. You know. But probably you got to travel a bit more. You can't just pop down the road to B&Q, you know, I suppose. But I mean, I'm sure all the commodities are up there, you know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? It would. But he said he loves it up there. Obviously, he's been up there with a boat, hasn't he, for God knows how long. And he said he loves it up there. So that's where he's going, that's where he's staying, and that's why he's bought somewhere. Well,
interestingly enough, on the BBC News last night, they have a little 10 minutes of a kind of a travel programme, and they were hopping around, and one of the places they went to were the Hebrides, you know, Uist and around there, and Harris. Beautiful place, you know, not many people about, and you know, miles and miles of lovely beach and everything, you know, but it's hardly Copacabana, you know, with the weather and everything.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Well, some people don't like heat, Dave, do they? So they don't. Hey, have you watched any of that Winter Olympics or seen any of that? I noticed it says something about Olympic Russia. What's that all about?
I don't know. I think the Russians won something. The Canadians won something else. I really don't know, Dave. You know, in fact, the curling is on now, but well, that's like bowls on ice, isn't it? But I'm not really up on it, you know.
ZXW,
hello, Mike. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Dave, and I think the other Dave. Yeah, I was just listening to your conversation, and I thought I'd just tell you a very quick story. Years and years ago, there was a woman I knew, and she was dead keen on, you know, family person, you know, got somebody on her own, had a family, and dead keen on going to Scotland, and so keen on going to Scotland, I'm not exaggerating, it was somehow brought into every conversation nearly that she had. Well, anyway, they moved to Scotland. This was from Eastbourne. They moved to Scotland from Eastbourne. Anyway, about 6 months or so so later, after I was told that she was going, I saw her in the shop. And I said to her, oh, hello. I said, surprised to see you. I said, are you back down here to see relations or, back down here for a bit of a break? She said to me, oh my God. She said, I tell you what, she said, I've never made such a mistake in all my life. She had gone up there in the early autumn and I can't remember exactly what boat she was now, but she said, oh my God, she said, it was the biggest misjudgment I've ever made in my life. She said, and nothing that I ever do will now convince me to go back up to there. So very good morning to you both. Back to you, Dave. XHG.
Yeah, I can quite believe that. I've known people like that go up there and come back, including these couple of people that I was quoting. I suppose if you're used to it and you've not known anything else, well, you just get on with it. I mean, Mike scaling things down, I don't understand why a lot of people come to Wales. Because with all the rain, that we get and everything, I mean, it does get people down, and they come down here, and I've known loads even come down here and go back. I don't know. It's just what you're used to, and that they got these. They look at these places, rose tinted ruddy glasses, and it's not, it's not suitable,
Yeah, Roger, Dave. Well, Dave, I'll tell you one story about that as well. Years ago, I knew a chap, and he was a printer. He was in the printing trade, okay, and he was dead keen on going to Wales. Well, that was all he carried on about, going to Wales. And I've got to be honest with you, Dave, I think it was because of the price of a lot of the property that attracted him, because, of course, as you know, what property prices are like down here in the south. Well, anyway, exactly the same thing happened to him. He didn't even last 6 months. He did not last 6 months. He was back down this way. He had no job, no home. He was staying with somebody in, like a temporary situation until they sorted out a property, until they got their home back together down this way. So there we are. But I've got to be honest with you, I spent a very enjoyable week's holiday up in Bodwelling Castle, and we were extremely lucky, Dave. Dave, the weather could not have been better, and we really saw Wales at its best, and it was an absolutely beautiful week, and you live in a beautiful part of the world. But, as you rightly say, there is a lot of comparisons weather-wise with Scotland. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Well, my sister lives up where you are. She never wants to come back, and one of my daughters lives up in London, and she is not interested in coming back. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? But I don't know. You must obviously. Well, I'm glad you saw Wales on a good week. You don't get many of those, but there we are. Anyway, listen, Dave, I'm going to go for my walk, okay?
Yeah, okay, Dave. Yeah, well, it's a difference of being on a holiday, isn't it, and actually committing to live somewhere, isn't it? I mean, I worked in London for a long time, and I couldn't stand the place. I couldn't myself, Dave. I think everything was so ignorant and so fast moving that people didn't know whether they were coming or going half the time. But when you're in this holiday aspect and you're out there seeing different places and things you haven't seen before, it can probably give you the wrong impression of what it would be like to live in these places. 7-3, Dave, good morning.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you, my sister went up to London to university, and amazing coincidence, when she was there, she met a bloke from North Wales, you know, and they subsequently married and everything. But I always remember my father saying, you know, when she went to London and she met this bloke from North Wales, he said, well, she gone all that way up to London, and he said, I wouldn't have minded marrying a Cockney, a Mancunian, a Liverpudlian, a Geordie. I wouldn't have minded anything, but not a bloody North Walian.
I know they got some sort of long-lasting problem, they with North and South Wales.
No, not really, but you've got to be careful of the North Walians. I tell you now, Dave, they can peel an orange in their pocket and not share it. You be careful. You be careful of those North Walians, okay?
Yeah, we certainly will, Dave. We'll heed your advice.
Yeah, take it from me. See you, mate. I'll see you later when you're at midday. See you, Mike. Bye-bye.
Yes, Roger, okay, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people like that around. There's a lot of people. They wouldn't even have an orange in their pocket. They're too mean to carry one around. Okay, 7-3s to you both. Great pleasure to hear you. Have a good day. I thought that I'd just pop in quickly, say good morning to you, and just tell you that little story. I knew that you would be interested. 7-3 to you both. Bye-bye.
Yeah, catch you later, Mike. Have a good morning. Catch you later from M3 FEV.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, very good morning to you. Your lovely signal with me. Dave was 5 for 9 plus 15, and you're 5 for 9 plus 5. So lovely signals. Okay, we've had not very good conditions down here this morning. It's 5 degrees. It's not raining at the moment, but it's looking very threatening, Dave. Very threatening. I think, honestly, it could rain at any time. It's windy, and as I said, it's very grey. So there we are. Okay, have a good day. Pleasure to speak to you, and thanks very much. Catch you again. Leave it with you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay there, Mike. Mike, where are you roughly, guys?
Yeah, I'm roughly about 8 miles north of Eastbourne. 8 miles north of Eastbourne. I'm very close to a small village called Hellingley. I'm on QRZ.com if you're interested. There's not a lot on there, but it does give the location. But it's a small village, and the nearest sort of, well, it used to be a village. It's not a village now, Dave, but a little town, a place called Hailsham. So I'm really between those two places. This area, Dave, is ex-farmland, so it's very flat. So I've got double trouble because I'm in a bungalow, so I've not got any height available. I've got a small garden, and I'm on very flat land. So what worse for a situation could you be in? There you are, Dave, back to you.
Yeah, well, I could think of one, Dave. It's called being laid flat and being actually about 6 foot 6 underground, so keep the spirit up there, Mike, guys.
Yeah, yeah, Roger. Yeah, I must admit, this morning I was a bit fed up earlier on because you know, you look forward to coming on the radio in the morning and having a chat to some station, and then you find that that they're coming and going and conditions as they've been. I mean, really, to be honest with you, I don't know whether you worry about the propagation figures much, but the K-index this morning was 1, so that's as low as you can get, really, and the sunspots were 26, which, should have been fairly good conditions, but there was a lot of stations I was getting a lot of QSB on, and I didn't think the conditions were very good at all, which of course is a bit disheartening. But there you are. That's what we've got on HF, and you sort of got to live with it. But it is disappointing when you only got a limited time really on the radio, in the morning, early morning I'm talking about, you know, it can be quite disappointing. Back to you.
Yeah, okay there, Mike, no problem. No, I don't really bother with that too much, to be honest with you. I turn the radio on, Mike. If I can hear it, I can generally work it, especially into G stuff, so that's what we do this side. I'm not really bothered with DX over the last couple of years, really, but that's where I struggle with at the moment, especially on